You can't make this movie.
Why?
You know, there was a time when I would be thrilled by this. I was a narcissistic, self-involved person. But for the past 8 years, I've been living on a kibbutz in Israel, where I learned selflessness and true happiness. Now, when Tom told me that you were making a movie about Barry, I had my concerns. But now that I've heard your pitch, I see my concerns are warranted.
He is one of the most iconic actors in television and film. He is an Emmy-winning actor that can currently be seen in the final season of the HBO hit Barry. Henry Winkler celebrating 50 years of Hollywood success, which includes fan favorites like Happy Days and Arrested Development, Parks and Recreation, and so many more. He also has a new autobiography coming out this fall, Being Henry, The Fonz and Beyond. Always one of our favorite guests on the show, Henry Winkler.
Hey.
Nice to see you.
Good morning.
How are you?
That is the greatest jacket I've ever seen in my life, by the way.
Oh, well, first of all, I love color. And second of all, I finally realized about myself, I cannot just wear a shirt and sleeves. I need to be covered a little bit, I think. I feel better when I'm covered.
Yeah,
so
looks good.
I have a lot of these.
It looks fantastic. It's great to see you. Your unprecedented success with in Barry is just an amazing story, and now Barry is coming to an end. I wonder how this compares to when Happy Days ended emotionally. Is it a similar kind of journey for you as an actor?
You know what? The characters are so different. The genre is so different. And yet the emotion is so the same. I loved playing Barry. It was a gift to play Barry. I loved the Fonz. It was a gift to play the Fonz for 10 years. But to say goodbye is always the same hard.
Wow. You know, I remember, Henry, the first time, and I was a kid, but that I saw you not being the Fonz, and I think it was on Mary Tyler Moore Road or something, and I was completely blown away. Is there no element of the Fonz in you as a person?
You know, there is not. There's only my imagination. When this is the truth. Now, we used to go to school dances, and there was like these tough guys who would go to the school dances.
Yeah.
Jimmy and his boys, and they would take purses and flush them down the toilet. They were disruptors.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my goodness, I think Jimmy and his boys are here. I, of course, can't see. I don't see what you're doing, so I'm just going to stand in the corner and just be completely non-sighted, and you boys go about your business and have a good time. I was never confrontational.
Wow.
Until you said that, Larry, I forgot that he is in one of the most classic Mary Tyler Moore episodes of all time, the Prince Orloff dinner party, where you had to sit way in back while everybody else, because you were Rhoda's date, right?
It was, I'll tell you, it was an amazing thing because Mary Tyler Moore at the time was the Friends of the time. That was how popular that show was.
Yeah, right.
And I went to audition, and the producer, Ed, he did not, Ed Weinberger, he didn't have any lines. He said, well, the script isn't written. All I know is you sit by yourself by the door, up on a riser, and you say, excuse me, I don't, could you pass the salt? So while I was sitting there with him, trying to explain to him why he should hire me right out of drama school, I took a glass of pencils on his desk, turned it over, picked up a pencil, clang, king, 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 king. Excuse me, sir, don't bother yourself. But if you get a moment, could you pass the salt and put the pencil down?
Classic.
And by the time I got back to my motel in my little Utsi sports car, Capri, green Capri, I had gotten the role.
That is great.
So,
Fantastic.
Henry, you use your celebrity, which I appreciate so much about you. You use your celebrity for such good, for mental health awareness, dyslexia, and now you're focusing on geographic atrophy. What is that, and what does it entail?
You know, I'll tell you why. Apellis came to me and asked me to join the campaign. I had, as a gift, one of the gifts that I got from marrying Stacy was her father. My father-in-law was a robust, wonderful dentist who became my dentist. And I watched his eyesight slowly play tricks on him, slowly start to diminish, and he had to close his practice early. He couldn't see his grandchildren. He didn't know whether his son was wearing a beard or not anymore. And so age-related macular degeneration can become geographic atrophy. So now there is this website, GAWon'tWait.com. GAWon'tWait.com. And I say, it will help you if you know somebody like 60 or over whose vision is changing, straight lines are becoming wavy, there are holes in what you're looking at, your eye doesn't see the complete picture. Get your eyes checked from your eye health person, your eye care person.
Now, while you are critically acclaimed, of course, in the final season of Barry, you are also critically acclaimed dancing with your grandchildren on social media. I think we've got some video of this, right?
Oh, let's see.
See what I was stronger, I would say. When I grow up,
Wow.
when I grow up, I wanna be famous, I wanna be star, I wanna be
Now that's Lulu, and behind Lulu is Ace, who's 11, and beautiful India, who is a magnificent dancer. She is 11. And they say, Papa, we have to make a TikTok.
Oh, that's
so we
great.
only do it at holiday time.
Oh, very cool.
Love it.
I got to remind you, Henry, I'm an Emerson College alum, a very artsy place. And I run into parents, now that I'm a parent, who don't want their kids to go into the arts because they're afraid they're not going to get a job, they're not going to be able to support themselves. And I'm wondering, did you run into that with your parents, or what advice would you give to those parents?
Okay, here I really have a point about this. That is age old. Working, being an adult, is a difficult job. Really being to grow yourself, to see what's in front of you, to take another generation and help them meet their destiny, a very big job. But when a child has a passion, and that passion runs deep, and you can't miss it, you have got to let them fly. I was told I was stupid, I was lazy, I would never live up to my potential, I will never get to Hollywood, I will never meet my dream. But my tenacity wouldn't believe it. Because I thought, how can I be stupid? I'm not stupid. And now I say to every child that I meet, whether they want to hear it or not, how you learn has nothing to do with how brilliant you are.
Well said.
You are the greatest. Series finale of Barry is this Sunday on HBO and also
so
Max.
sad.
You can follow Henry on Twitter and look for that new autobiography that's going to be coming out. The great Henry Winkler, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
I am so happy that you invited me to chat with you.
Yeah.
And, you know, I only saw part of the last episode. I'm not there when all of my friends are telling their stories. So I watched like everybody else, and I am blown away.
That is great. Come talk to us again when the book is officially out. We look forward to seeing you again, Henry. Thank
That's
you.
a date.
All right.
Can we talk about music then?
Yeah, let's talk music too.
Song.
Your
Anything you
favorite
want.
summer song, what is it?
Well, you know, you got to listen to Brandy Carlisle. You got to listen to Bruce Springsteen, Sia, you know?
Good choices there.
Thank you, Henry. We'll talk
Thanks,
to you
Henry.
later.